Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Donate your blood for a reason. Let the reason to be light. Hello and namaste to all blood brothers and sisters around the world. I am Aryan Uprety from Nepal, working as Financial Secretary to IYC for the year 2019 and 2021. Today, I will be acting as a moderator for a session on the topic A Part to Voluntary Blood Movement. Today, we'll be talking about IFBDO, IYC, its past activities, and future agendas. For that, we have guests from IFBDO and IYC. From IFBDO, we have Alice Simonetti from Italy, and from IYC, we have Narmin Rahimova from Azerbaijan, who is president to IYC. Simon Baraldi from Italy, who is General Secretary to IYC. We have continental delegates from 3 continents. From Africa, Morocco, we have got Belouafi, Dounya. From Asia, Lebanon, we have got Tatiana, Esta. From Europe, Italy, we have got Francesca, George. So we would be discussing about voluntary blood movement, why one should donate blood, what is IFBDO, what is IYC, and different aspects of the organization. So starting with the representative of IFBDO, Ms. Alice Simonetti. Hi, Alice. How are you?
Hi there. I'm good. And how are you?
I'm good. So please tell me, how is COVID-19 treating you?
Oh, well, actually, we've been lucky to be able to face this situation safety, staying at home and respecting all the rules of social distancing, and even in that condition, being able to support through our national association and through IFBDO all the volunteers and people still willing to donate blood in these weeks. And actually, I have to say that blood donors have given a major contribution to the blood systems in this week. So a really, really great thanks to them.
Okay, so Alice, can you please tell us about yourself and your motivation towards blood movement?
Well, my name is Alice. I'm 30 years old and I come from Italy. And I am a volunteer in the blood field since when I was 18. Because, you know, this is really the core of my motivation. I do believe that giving blood and being a volunteer should be something natural that you do as soon as you reach your age of 18 years old. So you can drive, you can vote, and you can be an active citizen also by giving blood. So this is really the idea why I entered this organization. And nowadays, I am a member of the Italian Association of Blood Donors, AVIS, and a member of the Executive Council of the IFBDO.
So, Alice, our audience would like to know about origin of IFBDO and when it was started. So, can you please tell us about the history of IFBDO?
Well, very nice question. Well, let's start by saying that the IFBDO is the acronym for the International Federation of Blood Donor Organizations. Sometimes you might hear about it also as FIODS, which is not a different acronym, but the French version of the IFBDO. So FIODS is the Fédération Internationale des Organisations de Donneurs de Sang. And this federation was created in 1955. So today, this year, we celebrate 65 years of history, which is a very long one. And the idea of IFBDO started thanks to the commitment of some national representatives that decided that our goals of promoting voluntary and non-remunerated blood donation could have a major impact by actually doing it together. So IFBDO was created. And since then, it has reached more than 80 members, 80 countries all over the world, and its members are, of course, those national association of federation of voluntary blood donors, and we can say that we represent more than 24 million of donors in every part of the globe.
Okay, thank you for the information. And I would like to know, or our audience would like to know, about the vision and working modality of IFBDO. So what kind of organization or what countries can be the member of IFBDO, and how IFBDO have been working in the field of blood movement, and how IFBDO have been encouraging people to donate blood. So can you please tell us about that as well?
Well, if I have to, let's say, express the vision of IFBDO in just one sentence, I would say that it is to ensure that every single person in the world has the right to have free access to safe and sufficient blood and blood components donated by a person who has not received anything in return for that. So really the safety of all donors and the receivers of blood and blood components, because it is important, I think, to underline the fact that we are not just talking of the red blood, but all of its components, and especially all the really important medicines that we can, let's say, derive from blood and its components. So it is everything about donors and everything about them to support those in need for these components. So this is really the core of the vision of IFBDO, ensuring safe and sufficient blood freely accessible for everyone. About the working modality of IFBDO, I would describe the Federation as a forum that brings together volunteers from every part of the world, sharing this very same vision. And I would underline three main points about its working modality. Well, first of all, the main aim and the main activity is the promotion of voluntary and non-remunerated blood donation, which is the expression that we identify in short as VNRD, and this is a word that you will hear very often. The second one is to support its members, because of course we are very different. We are a different level of experience and challenges on the national level. I mean, one of the main activities of the IFBDO is to support its members through trainings, seminars, sharing of best practices, and helping the national organization to face their challenge and reaching and being part of the IFBDO vision. And the third point I would underline is the role of representation. As I was saying, the IFBDO is the main international representation of blood donors, which are more than 24 millions. And thanks to this role, we can advocate with our national, regional, and international partners and stakeholders to promote VNRD and its access in every country.
Okay. So that's pretty good. And I would like to know, like my organization here in Nepal, we celebrate June 14 as World Blood Donor Day, and the same with other organizations around the globe. So what is the main reason to celebrate June 14 as World Blood Donor Day? So what is the reason to celebrate it? Can you please elaborate?
Yes, of course. Just to be sure, I would also say that we celebrate World Blood Donor Day since 2004, when the IFBDO, the International Red Cross, the ISBT, and the World Health Organizations decided to select this date, which is actually the birthday of Dr. Karl Landsteiner, which is the doctor who discovered the different blood types. So they decided to establish this date as the World Blood Donor Day. And what is it? It has two main, let's say, aims. So the very first one is to thank all the donors for their commitment, and also to stimulate other potential donors to be part of this community and to commit to the cause, and also to, let's say, raise awareness about the importance of voluntary and non-remunerated blood donation in the world. And this is possible by, let's say, many different ways by which blood donation is important. And this is why also World Blood Donor Day every year has a different topic. So we decide to, let's say, underline a specific message. So one year, for example, we had Safe Blood for Saving Mothers. So to underline the need to save blood to support pregnancy and the women giving birth to children in difficult places. This year, the topic of World Blood Donor Day was give blood and make the world a healthier place. And this was once again dedicated to all the donors who decided to become members or to give blood also during this pandemic, and also to share the idea that giving blood is important every day, not just during emergency. So we had to celebrate it by virtual initiatives, but I think it was a very, very nice occasion. And also you, as I was see, have given a very nice contribution. So this year, it was special, it was virtual, but please write in your agenda that World Blood Donor Day 2021 will be celebrated in Rome. So we are ready to welcome you all and looking really forward to it.
Thank you for your invitation. And as I know, like you have been actively involved in blood movement for so long, and you have been working in an organization called Avish in Rome out there. So can you please tell us about your organization, how they help in blood movement, how they work, their working modality?
Yes, my association is actually has a very long story as well, because it was founded in 1927. So we are nearly 100 years old, and we are very dedicated in the Italian territory. And we have more than 1,300,000 members. And well, we work, of course, in a similar way as IFBDO. So we promote VNRD. We also serve on behalf of the national health system to call the donors, to retain donors, and also in some cases to perform blood collection. So we have a function which is similar to IFBDO, which is promotion, but we also have a special role in the Italian blood system, because we are integrated into it and we are delegated by law to perform these activities actually on behalf of the national health system. And this is why, because I was saying that our association is very eradicated into the Italian territory. So, and this is something that I think we can underline about all the donors associations. So our real important role is the ability to be close to the donors and to talk to the donors, to promote blood donation in a way that, of course, the institution cannot do so effectively. So this is, I would say, is the main role of my association and your association as well. And this is the real strength of blood organizations.
Okay, so like as you know, the world is in the great pandemic. COVID-19 is all around the world. So how is your organization working in that situation or this scenario in blood movement? Can you please tell us about that as well?
Yes, I would like to share my opinion, also saying that it has been similar because we talked between organizations to other institutions in Europe and in other countries. Well, we can say that during this pandemic, we have faced 3 phases at the moment. So the very first one, when we didn't know whether it was possible or not to go and donate. So we have to say people wait. I mean, we invited people to respect the lockdown and the social distancing. Then immediately, it was very short. Immediately after, when we were sure that it was possible to donate and we were able to reorganize our blood collection centers, we have done a campaign inviting people to give blood also during this period of pandemic, because as I was saying, it is important to do it in every condition. There's nothing that can stop, unfortunately, the need of blood. So us blood donors, the blood donors, we need to be there. And actually our blood donors has showed that they were there, and they have given a very, very strong response going to our blood centers even during the last weeks. So we have reached a third phase, we might say, where we had a lot of blood. So we have to say, okay, thank you so much for this great response. Now let's organize together the following weeks, so we are able to ensure that our blood shortages are sufficient also for the upcoming weeks. What I think would be it will be very interesting is the phase 4 that we are entering in this period together. So when the lockdown will start to get lifted, as it is happening in a lot of countries, but when still we will have to do a lot of things in a virtual way. So it will be interesting to see how the organization will have to reorganize themselves for after this pandemic. And I would also underline another lesson learned from this experience, that is the importance of the gift of blood, but also about the blood components and especially plasma. You might have read about the importance of plasma to support some of the treatments for COVID-19. So after this very first phase of emergency, it will be important to talk about it and going more in depth about the promotion and the importance of plasma donation. That I would really, really underline should be in any case, let's say, performed under the ethical principles of voluntary and non-remunerated blood donation. So it has the same values and importance of blood, so it has to follow the same ethical rules.
Okay, so as we know, and you are the inspiration to IYC team. You have led IYC for such a long period of time. So what do you expect from IYC team, this team from 2019 to 2021 to do in this tenure? So what are your suggestions for this IYC team?
Well, I am already seeing that you are doing a lot better than what we have done. And this is really the things that amazed me the most, because I think that this is really the success of these organizations. So having young and committed volunteers growing, year after year as a family, as a professional, as very good volunteers, and really being able to create year after year a community of people, passionate for the same values and vision. And I think that your challenge, but you're already working very good towards it, would be to transform this community in a real global movement, which is actually the topic of this chat. So my suggestion, as I write myself in the oldest, let's say in the seniors list, is to make treasure of all the different backgrounds, experiences. So it's not just a youth committee and the federation. Is really a community of people working together, and where everyone is doing its best and really facing and sharing all your experiences. Actually, this global movement will rise.
Okay, so one more thing, like as we are working closely with IFBDO, and you are a connecting point for IYC to IFBDO. So what are the things you think IYC should get from IFBDO, and what is the connecting point between IYC and IFBDO?
I think that this is actually what the one I was mentioning is really the connecting point. So the ability of these two souls of the federation to, let's say, contaminate themselves. So you can give a lot of good energy and new ideas, dynamic initiatives to the IFBDO. I am already seeing these And what the federation can give to you is the experience of dealing with different national situation, challenges, learning about different contexts, and also how to play an important institutional role in the promotion of voluntary and non-remunerated blood donations. So if we work together, and I'm really there and willing to do it, I think that we can, keep growing together, the both of us.
So one last question. So how do you suggest blood donors and donor organizations to act in this COVID situation? Because like every country has their own differences, and they have got own health conditions. So on these differences, how do you like count it, or how do you suggest donor organizations to act in this scenario?
I would say that it is particularly important to coordinate with your local and national health authorities. So to be sure that you are delivering the right message, and possibly to deliver the correct message in a uniform way in your territory. So assess carefully which is the situation in your country with your health authorities, and then decide which is the correct message that you want to give to your donors. In general, I have to say that giving blood has been safe in every phase of this lockdown. So the main idea is that it is always possible to give blood, and it is always needed, because a lot of diseases and problems not related to the pandemic needs blood transfusion, and blood and plasma-derived medicines. So keep going. The main thing is to keep going carefully, but keep going everywhere. In any way, because it is really something strategical and needed every time. So we can't stop. But we have seen a very good ability of the organization to adapt to the situation. And of course, do not hesitate to contact the IFBDO if there's anything the Federation can help to support you in discovering the next phases of this situation.
Okay, so can you please tell us, like on your last note, what do you think about today's session? So how do you feel about today's session?
I want more of it.
Thank you so much, Alice, for your time with us and providing information to us about blood, and to about like different scenarios about COVID situation, and about IFBDO and IYC and its future plan. Thank you for your information to our blood brothers and sisters around the globe. We will come back to you in a while. So now I will be going towards President of IYC, Narmin Rahimov. Hi, Narmin.
Hi, hello everybody.
So Narmin, every people around the globe, every blood brothers and sister around the globe is watching us, and they would like to know more about you. So can you please tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Narmin. I'm already 26 years old. I'm from Azerbaijan. I actually joined the organization Azerbaijan Blood Donors Association in 2016. I was a simple member when I joined. I was like trying to understand what the organization does, what we can do, how I can help. And then I started acting like actively. I became an active member. And after a year, I saw that, okay, I'm already acting as a coordinator of, I was responsible for international relations department. So after this, starting from 2017, I joined the International Youth Forums organized by International Youth Committee, IYC basically, and different different organizations. So that's basically the story, how I joined the IYC and how I became the member. And actually, after being a member of the Azerbaijan Blood Donors Association, I had a chance to know more about the blood donation, how people can actually help others without doing anything specific, without doing anything special. I mean, it was just as Alicia mentioned, it's something natural. It's something natural. I mean, you just want to help, and you just donate blood, and help 3 people. As we always said, like whenever you donate once, you help 3 people. So I think
So as you are the president of IYC, so people who don't know about IYC would definitely like to know about what IYC is. So can you please tell us what does IYC refer to and what it is?
Well, IYC is the International Youth Committee of FIODS, International Federation of Blood Donor Organizations. It was instituted by FIODS, so we could say that IYC is already 20 years old. And as an international committee, our main mission is to focus on the role of young volunteers to promote voluntary and non-remunerated blood donation around the world. And while doing this, we also focus on improving and facilitating relations with the next generation.
Okay, so one more question to you. So can you please tell about the origin of IYC, how it was started, and what was the main motive of IYC to be started by IFBDO?
It was started in 2000, and the main motive is to bring together blood donors, like young blood donors from different countries, and actually like act as a bridge, because we always say that IYC is a bridge between FIODS or IFBDO and the young volunteers. So we always say that we are a bridge between 2 organizations, or two different types of I don't know how to tell it, like FIODS and the different organizations, or the globe itself.
Okay, so what is the main motive of IYC? After all, there is already IFBDO. So what is the reason behind IYC being set up?
I can say something simple. We always get it as a question that how we can join and how we can become the part of IYC, and we always say that everybody can be a blood donor and everybody can join our activities and can help us. And the thing is that we always say that we promote voluntary non-remunerated blood donation without ethnic, religious, or political discrimination. So I could say that IYC is the main motive of IYC is to bring together people from different nationalities, from different ethnic groups, or from different religions. So we always say that it's like just one blood and one love. So it doesn't matter where you are from, who you are. So we don't have this. I mean, we always say that just if you want to help, be a blood donor, and it's that easy.
Definitely, you
probably
are true.
Probably the team members has different idea, but each of them. But yeah, if you ask me personally, I always go with that idea.
Yes, true. Like every blood donor is a hero. So we can say that every individual who is donating blood, they are saving 3 lives. So IYC has been always involving in promoting voluntary blood movement around the people in the globe. So being a president to an organization who is dedicated to blood movement. So how do you feel about being a president to such an organization who has members around the globe, who have got more than 80 countries as a member? How do you feel about it?
I can share my experience the first day when I was selected as a president, because at some point you feel proud of yourself, but then you feel like, okay, that's a huge burden in your shoulders, so you have to carry it. And it's like, it's not you are obligated to do it, but it's just because you have this desire to do it. So I think even when I joined the organization in 2016, I already got that feeling, and I already got that how can I say, this responsibility that I will be able, or I will be able to do it. So it was hard, but at the same time, when you understand that you actually have a chance to help people, and it could be the mission of your life, why not to do it? So it's hard, but at the same time, it's pleasure. I mean, I do enjoy it. I mean, I don't feel it like I am actually volunteering. I feel like this is my main job, this is maybe the main goal.
Mm-hmm. So, like, you are working in an organization out there in Azerbaijan. So what are the differences you find between your organization working modality and other organization in Europe or in Asia or Africa?
Well, actually, I started. I joined the organization, and after 1 year, I had a chance to join join the international youth forums and see their experience. But the thing is that when I joined the forums, I listened people from different continental delegates from different countries. I also listened the members of different organizations. Yeah, it gave me a huge understanding of differentiating our organization and the difference. But the thing is that, for example, in Azerbaijan, in the organization that I worked for 4 years, we always try to focus on promotion more. We always try to maybe to engage the same volunteers. But after joining the forums, I actually understood that it's not the best idea always to have the same volunteers, because blood donation is like a chain. So it shouldn't break in the middle. It should go like without stopping. So someone joins the organization, and then someone brings another person, and then another person. So it's a chain. So after the international youth forums in Lithuania, that was my first forum actually. I understood that our main purpose is not to try to keep the same people in the organization, but we have to try to attract more and more people, more young volunteers. That's actually at the same time, main motive of IYT, because we always try to engage more young volunteers.
So as we all know that IYC is in different continents, so we don't find IYC in few continents. So what are your modality or vision for expanding IYC in other continents?
Yeah, as you mentioned, actually, IYC is in all the continents, but even now, probably Alicia is going, she will also agree with me that we, as not only as IYC, but as FIODS, we are trying to reach more and more countries, more and more organizations, because we know that there are a lot of organizations, they do good, especially during the crisis. A couple of weeks ago, I had a long conversation with the member from Salvadorian organization, Blood Donors Organization, and I was just amazed. I asked 3-4 questions, and during the whole time she answered. I mean, she just talked. So it was like I was just staying like this and listening to her, because personally I was amazed, because we don't know about their stories, but they are actually doing really good. So yeah, so starting from that point, I think we have to try to focus on having more and more people and more countries. So because each of them has their own story, and we all need to know about the heroes. Doesn't matter where they are from.
True. You are speaking the truth, and that prevails. So thank you so much, Narmin, for your time and speaking to people, blood brothers and sisters around the globe. So now I would like to move to the General Secretary of IYC, Mr. Simon Baraldi. So Simon, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, everyone.
So Simon, blood brothers and sisters around the world would like to know about you. So can you please tell us about yourself? So about your blood movement, how you have been involved in blood voluntarism. So can you please tell us about it?
Yeah, sure. My name is Simon Baraldi. I'm 24 years old, and I come from Bologna in northern Italy. I am a law graduate, and I currently work as a trainee lawyer. I became a blood donor as soon as I turned 18, and I joined AVIS, Associazione Volontari Italiani del Sangue, which is the largest blood donor organization in Italy. In my local AVIS section, I've been involved in the youth area for many years, and actually I still do it. In particular, I deal with promoting voluntary and anonymous blood donation. Over the past 2 years, we've focused on promoting plasma donation with the national AVIS campaign called Giallo Plasma, Yellow Plasma. In fact, Italy has achieved self-sufficiency for blood, but not yet that of plasma. Self-sufficiency in plasma is in fact the goal of Italy and AVIS. And well, I think that thanks to the commitment of all the volunteers, especially us young people, we can achieve it in the future. Since August 2019, I'm proud of being Secretary General of the International Youth Committee within the IFBDO FIODS. And well, in my role, I take care of keeping all the official documentation of the IYC, particularly the statutes and the rules, and keeping contact with the volunteers and the managers of the IFBDO FIODS, promoting contacts between the foreign countries, and of course responding to correspondences that arrives by email and by social media.
Okay, so like you told us that you started donating blood in by you reached 18. So how did you feel about donating blood on your 18th birthday? So
Yeah.
how was you feeling?
It was wonderful because I could help thousands and thousands of people who need blood to survive every day. So every day that we woke up, we should think to that task because it's very, very important. And we should think that we are healthy and we can help all the people worldwide.
So Simon, moving towards your activities in IYC. So can you please tell us about the vision of IYC in global arena?
Yeah, sure. Well, it was always said that we young people are the future, but actually we are also the present. In fact, the International Youth Committee collaborates in strong synergy with all the IFBDO FIODS volunteers and managers. In the International Federation of Blood Donor Organization, as Alice and Narmin told before, we are all one big family and there are no divisions. The age difference doesn't matter when the goals are the same. So, well, every day we find great success and the support from many countries and from different continents. A large number of people contact us to encourage us to continue our goals and to keep up our activities. So, well, I think that international cooperation is one of the most beautiful achievements of modern humanity. The international cooperation unites many people with different backgrounds to achieve common goals for the good of society. IYC is present on the main IT channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and so on. And we have also our own IYC blog on the WordPress platform, and we have an IYC section on the IFBDO FIODS official website too. Well, we update this channel every week because it's very important in the modern world to bring people together from different parts of the world and create a large community in which to exchange ideas and best practices. In the future, we will continue to do what we are doing with the collaboration of the volunteers in the world, and well, promotion on the internet is the best way to reach many people who live far away in the world and to convey the importance of voluntary and free blood donation that saves thousands and thousands of lives every day.
So, Simon, as you are the General Secretary, the main brain of IYC, so you may be getting a lot of like messages and emails from organizers around the globe. So, how do you address such kind of emails and messages? How any individual can be a member of IYC? Can you please tell tell people or organizations around the globe how they can be member of IYC?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, being a member of IYC is very simple. First of all, you have to be an IFBDO FIODS member. The IFBDO FIODS is the International Federation of Blood Donor Organization, which units over 80 countries all over the world. Actually, the correct number is 82, and of course, we are really proud to reach so high number of countries. The International Youth Committee is open to all the 18 to 30 volunteers. So to be an IYC member, you should be from 80 to 30 years old. And actually, of course, we are always happy to welcome people who want to collaborate with us, and of course, it's a really proud task for all us.
So, like people may be sharing about their problems and their like issues in different countries. So, what difficulties you find in voluntary blood movement around various countries in the globe?
Well, to be honest, I don't find difficulty in relating to the other volunteers worldwide. As I said before, we volunteers and blood donors are a big family. We also named us blood donors, brothers and sisters. So our motto is always one blood, one love, which closely resembles the motto of the IFBDO FIODS, neither race nor religion or borders. For the future, I think that in the coming days, months, and years, we must try to ensure that every person has the right to be treated and to receive a free blood transfusion in every country of the world. We will make every effort to achieve that result, but of course, to achieve these goals, we need everyone's collaboration, and I hope it can be there. So that's the reason why I invite you to join the IYC and to implement our number of affiliates. So,
thank you, Simon, for your words. Hope every organization and individuals around the globe knew how they can be member of IYC and what IYC is. So now moving towards the continental delegates, I think Dounya is trying to join us. So she is Africa Continental Delegates. She would be joining in a while. So before her, I would like the Continental Delegates from Asia, Tatiana, Esta, to turn on her mic.
Hi, Aryan.
Hi, Tatiana.
I just before started talking, Dounya is ready to join us. So I just want to thank Alice for the discussion and her interesting talk. Alicia, if you want to add something, please go ahead.
Aryan, okay, I'm open. Yeah, I would really like to thank you for the opportunity to be there and to chat with you. I hope it won't be the first and last occasion, but the very first one of a long series. Please be free, of course, to contact us for everything you need. And I would just underline something very important that I think your president Narmin has underlined while replying to your questions. You said that, Narmin, actually the role of IYC and the national organization, youth committees, is to bring more and more people in this community. And I think that this is really something crucial about your role. And I think that it can also be the trade union between the IYC and the IFBDO, because you young people have a great strength to bring new people, to involve new people, young donors, young volunteers. And what we can do as IFBDO is to understand how we can support those new members, new people, how we can be of service, because the IFBDO is something of service there to serve the national organization and also the global community. So I think it would be very, very nice if we will be able to work together on this. So thank you once again, and I'm happy to leave the room for Dounya, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Alice, for your time.
Thank you, Alice.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Tatiana. Can you please tell us about yourself? So the world would like to know about you.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Tatiana Esta, and I'm from Lebanon. I joined the mission of blood donation in 2011. So when I was 13 years old, because right now I'm 23, with the organization in Lebanon called Donner Sans Compter. So it's an NGO that promotes blood donation in Lebanon, voluntary blood donation. And we work on raising awareness and trying to get as much as possible voluntary blood donation. So I've been in the NGO for 10 years now. Yeah, 9 years, something like that. And I joined the IYC, which is the International Youth Committee, where we're talking right now, in 2016 when I was 18 years old. So it was my first forum. And I was the country representative since 2017. And last year in Azerbaijan, I was elected to be the Asian Continental Delegate. And here we are as a team talking to you about voluntary blood donation, what we do as the International Youth Committee, our mission, and what we are looking to achieve.
So like you told me, like you are Asia Continental Delegates. So what actually is Asia Continental Delegates? So can you please tell us about your roles and responsibilities?
Yes, of course. So Asian Continental Delegate is, or any delegate from any continent, is a person that will be in charge to keep the communication between every representative from each country and organization that promotes voluntary blood donation around the continent. So in my case, in Asia, and to try always to communicate with them, get news from them, be there to support them if they need, get content from them, and promote as well and recruit donors, like to help them recruit donors on our pages to reach more, and as well to stay in touch like all the continents together around the world. So my role and my responsibility is to keep and to stay in touch with every other continental, like Francesca and Dounya Delegate, and with you guys, Narmin, Simon and Aryan, as a team to work together, and as well to keep in contact with every representative of every country in Asia to keep on the communication and keep on raising awareness about voluntary blood donation.
So it means to say that any individual or any organization they wish to get membership of IYC should contact you, right?
The Asian, yes.
Okay. So can you please?
I would be there to support them, and if they need anything or they just want to reach out, give me some news about them, I'll be their contact in order to reach the IYC.
So as you are closely looking after the blood donor organization and countries in Asia, so what differences you find about blood management system among the countries?
Okay, so first of all, comparing Europe to Asia, we do not have plasma donation, but we are focusing on blood donation. So this is quite a very huge and important difference, because we just focus on blood donation and platelets, of course. So where we are right now in Asia is to always promote voluntary blood donation. Unfortunately, we are not at the same level as the other countries, where they have, in, let's say, approximately all Europe, for example, 100% of voluntary blood donation, where they have a sustainable stock that is there in the central blood bank, and they just need to retain their donors and not recruit new ones to achieve the 100% voluntary donation. So where we are in Asia is that what we work on is we have to get to the 100% voluntary blood donation because we don't have a sustainable blood system. We always need to recruit people and to promote and to raise awareness about voluntary blood donation in order to achieve the 100% of voluntary blood donation. So, for example, this is what we do in Lebanon, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Korea, Nepal, India. However, in some countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh, we also have something called paid donors. So paid donors is when a person will go to the blood bank and will donate blood, but they will get paid to do that. So it's not a voluntary donation, it's a paid donor. And this is not really safe because, like, you have some conditions to donate blood. You have that you need to achieve some safety and health conditions. And sometimes the paid donor will just lie about it to get the money, and this might affect the patient health and their own health, the donor health as well. So this is why all of us in Asia, we are working on blood donation programs through voluntary organizations. We are all volunteers, and we work toward removing the paid donations and encouraging people to donate voluntary blood donation.
So, as you told us that you are working in an organization out there in Lebanon, so can you please tell us about how your organization have been involved in blood movement?
Yes, sure. So my organization, Donner Sans Compter, has been there since 2010, officially registered in Lebanon. And what we do is we have two kind of programs. So the first one is the call center. So in Lebanon, we do not have one central blood bank. So each hospital in the country, we have so many, will have their own blood bank. So when a patient in the hospital will need blood, they will go to the blood bank of the hospital, and then they will need to search for donors to give blood. So what we do is we have a call center for all the country where we receive demands in our call centers, and we have a call center, and we have a database of potential donors. So we have their numbers, their addresses, where they live, when they are able to donate blood, and when they did donate blood. So we keep track of every donor, and then we will contact them when we have a demand in their area and when they are ready to donate blood. So this is how our call center works. Our call center is also working on volunteering, like volunteers work in the call center. They give their time to contact people and to follow up with the donors and update them when we find donors, like to the patient's family. And the second program is blood drives. So we do blood drives. We go to companies, malls, universities, and where we have big events to raise awareness about blood donation, and we recruit donors from there to encourage them to donate blood and reassure them and being there for them and to enhance the donor experience. So this is how we recruit new donors, and we encourage them to keep on donating every time.
So, as you have mentioned earlier that you have been actively participating in IYC forum. So,
Yes.
I think as I have been also in 3 or 4 of the forums. So, what differences you find in the blood banks in Asian countries and the forum you have been involved in? The countries.
So we've been mainly to the blood banks in Europe, like in Lithuania, in Portugal, and in Azerbaijan last year. So the difference, like for example, from my country in Lebanon, that we do not have a central blood bank, or we do not have the government that will work on a central blood bank, but each hospital will have its own blood bank. So this is the bigger like difference. And if you allow me, Aryan, I would like to just show a small video of the forum in Aveiro. That is like mainly what we do in a forum and the importance of our forums.
Sure, definitely. You can. Please.
Okay, I will do it. Can you let me know when you can see my screen?
Yes, please. You can play the video.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yes, so why I wanted to share this video is this is a small like example of one of our forums. And if you want to watch more videos about our forums, you can go to our YouTube channel and see all the videos like from 2016 till today about the forums. And why I showed it is just because I want to highlight the importance of our forums, because in these forums, first of all, we get to know each other. And like Alicia and Narmin said, we are a family and we are building a huge community. And this family is like the strongest bond I've ever seen. We're all working on the voluntary blood donation around the world. And during the forums, we are there for each other, to support each other, to exchange culture, to learn from the experiences of each country, to just give solutions. Like if we've been through something and others have been through another thing, we exchange, we give solutions to each other. And this is the most important thing, I think, to just go there and learn more and be able to grow as a whole community together.
Thank you, Tatiana, for your beautiful video and your talking and your informative information about the continental Asia. You being the continental delegates for Asia. So thank you. So now I would like to move.
Thank you. And just one last thing, please. If you are from Asian and you are a volunteer or a donor, just reach out and we will be there for you to help you.
Thank you, Tatiana. So moving towards African Continental delegates. So I can see her. So hi Dunya.
Hi, Aryan. Hi, guys.
So can you please tell us about yourself?
Hi, guys. Yeah, hello, everybody. I'm Dounya Belouafi, African Continental Delegate. Since 2016, I had 2 elections, and I'm Vice Secretary of the Moroccan Association of Blood Donors since 2014. And I have participated in 4 international youth forums, first in Morocco, Italy, Lebanon, and Portugal. So during these years, I learned a lot I learned a lot, and I was lucky to know the importance of blood donation.
So as you are the African Continental delegate, so can you please tell us about your roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, sure. So, as you know, my roles and responsibilities as African Continental Delegate is to coordinate between young representatives of African donors organizations, propose ideas for international cooperation, to promote voluntary and paid blood donation to youth volunteers groups. And as you know, our main goal is to widely spread the importance of blood donation and raise awareness about it in the whole continent.
So as you told us that you are vice president of the organization, so how have you been managing blood drives and blood? How have you been working in blood movement in your country?
Yeah, sure. We organize awareness promotion, and we can that in what. So as you know, in Morocco, my association is whose mission is to promote blood donation and thus provide for the growing need for this vital liquid. So the IMDS out awareness campaigns and participates in national and international activities to serve this noble purpose, and that for more than 40 years.
So like Morocco did had organized one youth forum. So what do
Yes,
you
in
think about?
Morocco, yeah.
Yes. So what do you feel about like what actually is an international youth forum for you?
Sorry?
So what actually you feel about international youth forum? You have already organized a youth forum in Morocco.
It
So what
Yes,
what
it was a big experience.
mhm. So
Yeah,
what
it
are
was a big experience that we had.
okay? Dunya, so can you please tell us about blood management system, like differences in blood management system in different African countries?
Sure, because there is a difference compared to other continents. The big difference we can say is the logistics problem. If we had logistics like the other continent, we will have good blood management. But normally, this year, the continent has experienced an evolution. You know, like in Algeria has made an application to facilitate blood donation, and it will generate throughout the African continent and maybe like all continents.
Okay, so Dunya, so what is your experience being a blood donor and a blood motivator? So what do you suggest for young donors or young people to?
So, to be brief, I have one last message, Aryan, to my dears African and all continents, that with the help of you guys and of everyone, we can save lives, we can make the world a better place, and we can give hope to the hopeless and draw smiles on sad faces.
Thank you, Dunya, for your time. Like as you told, you were.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So as Dunya told us that
Thank you
he was.
so much, Aryan.
Thank you, Dunya.
Thank you so much, guys.
So it was Dounya, BF Dounya from Africa. She is African Continental Delegates for IYC for the year 2019-2021. So as we have heard about how blood movement have been carried out in Asia and how this movement have been carried out in Africa. So it's now time for the Europe. So here we have Francesca Georgi, who is a European Continental Delegates. Hi, Francesca.
Hi, Aryan, and hello to everybody.
So,
Yes,
can you please tell us about yourself?
Yes, sure. At first, I would like to tell you that I'm really happy to be here and to share with you this our first live session online. And I think this is a great moment to get to know each other, to show to the other people, to all the volunteers and blood donors all over the world who we are and what we do. So let's start. Me, I'm Francesca. I come from Italy. I'm 28 years old, and I'm the European Continental Delegate since 2019.
So as you told us that you are Continental Delegates for Europe. So what is your role and responsibility? So how do you fit yourself as a European Continental Delegate?
Well, actually, you see, I had the chance to take part to some forums before being elected as a European Continental Delegate. And what I could experience is that there is no one recipe, no one way to be a young volunteer or a young blood donor. I saw many people. I met many people from, I can say, from Europe. You see, as a European Continental Delegate, I can tell you that FIODS is composed by 30 countries over Europe, almost 30 countries over Europe. And I had the chance to meet people from Portugal, from Denmark, so from Norway, Lithuania, Greece, Romania, and many others. And what I experienced is that, you see, in Portugal there is an association who created a restaurant to gain money to collect money for promotion of blood donation. There are other volunteers in other countries who are working with the Red Cross. Others are working directly in the blood banks. So you see, many people and many different kind of being a volunteer. Everyone, of course, wants to gain and to help new donors and new volunteers, and also all the people want to retain the donors and keep them aware and also motivated. So actually, it is a great opportunity. And
so
actually,
so Francesca, what is the major difficulty in European countries as a blood movement?
Sorry?
What is the major difficulties a blood donor organization face in Europe?
You see, as Tatiana said, we are lucky. In Europe, we are lucky because the culture of volunteering blood donation is really spread over Europe. So I think what is the point is to keep retaining and keep collecting other donors. I mean, young generation, especially young generations. And our mission.
So can you please tell us about the major differences between like European countries and other countries in different continents on blood management system?
Yes, I can tell you more in Europe. In Europe, since there is all the international organization and all the European organization who are giving some guidelines, actually the differences are not so stressed. They are not so common. Of course, there are differences between Europe and Asian countries, as also related to rules. The rules for the donation, as I don't know if you can give blood every 3 months for a man in Europe. Maybe it can be a bit different in other countries and in other continents. But what is our mission, Aryan? What is our mission as IYC and as Continental Delegate? Is to create connections, is to collect all the stories that we heard about from all the countries, and to create connections by sharing them, connection between and among people, among nations, and among continents. So actually, for this reason, we have this opportunity now that is being in touch with so many people thanks to Facebook all over the world. We see so many live comments, so it's very nice, very impressive to see how many people are engaged all over the world. Without borders, we don't even know where people are coming from, but we have the same mission and the same values. So
Tatiana told us and Dounya told us that they don't have a proper plasma donation. So can you please tell the world what plasma donation is?
Yes, sure. Plasma donation is the donation of not the whole blood, but just a part of blood. That is, let's say, the white part. So actually, the plasmapheresis is called like this. The process to take plasma is a process in which the doctor or the nurse take with a machinery our whole blood, and then he put it in a kind of separator that separates the red part from the white part. Then the white part is taken, and the red part is re-put in the donor. And it's a bit longer than the blood donation. But okay, actually, as Alice said, in this period is very important, especially due to COVID-19. So actually, it's very important also to give plasma, not just blood, whole blood.
Mm-hmm. So these are all the questions to all our continental delegates. And thank you.
If I can just add one last thing, as Tatiana and as Dounya said, since we are continental delegates, we are supposed to take care of all the nations and all the organizations in our continent. So actually, I would like to tell to everyone who is watching to not be afraid to talk to us, to contact us, and especially if you have questions or something that you would like to share, or something that you think that we should be aware, on all the world should be aware, since we have these connections with Asia, with Africa, and all over the world. We would like to help you. So even in the comments, of course, if you have questions, or if you want our contacts more than Facebook, more than email, don't hesitate, please. We need you, because to create this big family of blood donors, we need all of you. So thank you. And but we will have other sessions like this.
Thank you, Francesca, for your time.
Thank you, Aryan.
Letting people know about what plasma donation is. And we are in close into our program. So if you have any kind of questions and any kind of suggestions to IYC, you are more than welcome. And one more information to all blood brothers and sisters around the globe, that it is a bad time. We are having a very terrible time because of COVID-19. And like we were about to have IYF 2020 out here in Nepal, but unfortunately the forum has been postponed to 2021 and for 2020. Nevertheless, we have online forum for you all, and it is free of cost. You can join the online forum, and we would be giving update about online forum for 2020. We would be having different various sessions about different life skills, and we would be giving a lot of trainings. We would be getting trainers all around the globe, and we would be encouraging our young volunteers around the world, and we would suggest every young volunteers to register for a 2020 Youth Forum, which we would be having it on online platform on August, probably on August 21st and 22nd. So that is a proposed date for now, but we would be coming up with more information. So for more update, or for more information about the forum, what actually we are going to do, I would like to request Narmin, President of IYC, to address blood brothers and sisters around the world about the session. So what is the session going to be on August? Can you please elaborate?
Aryan, for broad information, as Aryan mentioned, due to the crisis and the issues, we have to postpone the forum for the next year. However, we decided to launch the first virtual IYF in August, again the same date, but like different with different trainers, with different workshops. So we hope that it will be interesting for you. As Aryan mentioned, we asked everybody to join the forum. Actually, when we decided to work on that one virtual forum, we really thought that could be the first time we could have all the blood donors and sisters in one platform. Doesn't matter where they are, how old are they. We just want to have everybody in the same platform and share the same values with them.
Thank you, Narmin. So we have got a question. So I would like to request Simon to address this question. Rodrigo Santos from Portugal, he have a question. What are the upcoming projects aside from the online forum? So can you please address this question?
Online platform to register yourselves, and of course we have already contacted some experts, in particular the current chairwoman of the medical counselor group within IFBDO FIODS, Dr. Karin Magnussen, that she will be able for us, and we will be honored of her presence during the online forum. And of course, we suggest you to write us and propose some themes, some arguments that you want to address during the online forum. And so please write to us and let us know your if you want to suggest some experts to all the ideas are welcome.
Thank you, Simon. And I don't see any kind of questions, but rather we see a lot of congratulations, and I could see our immediate past president telling about please have some more similar kind of session, please. So it is an encouragement. It's just a beginning. I would like to tell it's just a beginning, and sure we would be having similar kind of session in coming days. Thank you, Abdo, for your suggestion. So I think we have someone.
Aryan?
Yes, I can see like Tatiana to speak. So Tatiana, please.
Yes, I just wanted to add some more information on what Simon said and answer more to Rodrigo. for the upcoming projects that are not our online forum. So first of all, we decided to postpone, like Aryan said, the International Youth Forum in Nepal to 2021. So if you can give us more details about it in a bit. And we are working each continent delegate to trying to reach more countries that are not part of the IFBDO, to encourage them to be part of the IFBDO, to be able to grow a bigger community of blood donation. And we are working as well with the European Union on a project with some friends of us to be able to as well promote more voluntary blood donation and get more volunteers working on blood donation from around the world to come into one place and try to find new solutions and new projects for everyone.
Thank you, Tatiana. So, any one of us have a closing remarks?
Can you tell us more about Nepal?
Yes, I would be. So, guys, we had an election last year regarding IYF being conducted in Nepal for August, but unfortunately, because of COVID situation, in the early stages of COVID, back in February and March, we had very less COVID cases. But now we have got almost 13,000 cases with 30 deaths, and it is growing and increasing rapidly out here in Nepal. So it's kind of outbreak here in Nepal. So it is not possible to organize the session or forum out here in Nepal because of the travel ban around the globe. We have like travel ban for like different countries, and even Nepal has travel ban. We have travel restrictions, and we have public restrictions and event restrictions. So it is really merely impossible to organize forum. So as per the decision or as per the meeting with IFBDO, IYC, and Club 25 Nepal and Blood Donor Association of Nepal, we have decided to postpone the forum for 2021. And the forum for 2021 will be organized in the month of August, starting from 18th of August to 22nd of August, if the situation is normal, if the situation is not filled with COVID situation. So we are hoping for the best, and we request all our blood brothers and sisters to stay calm and be positive and keep motivating to donate blood. And it's my personal suggestion as well: keep safe distance and donate blood. In Nepal, we have been, our organization, Blood Donor Association of Nepal, have been conducting door-to-door blood donation programs. We have been going to different houses, we talk to group of people, like around 10 to 15 people, and go to their place and organize blood donations. So that is what we have been doing here in Nepal, and we are fulfilling somewhat the need of blood out here in Nepal. So we request for the similar kind of situation in different part of the world. I can see like Europe is getting better, but the situation out here in Indian subcontinent, like here in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or even other countries in Asia are facing the COVID situation. So I request each and every individual to be safe, and let's get prepared for online forum for 2020 in August. Thank you. So I think we don't have any further questions from our viewers. So now we have to end the program, but I am hopeful, and our team is hopeful, that we would be having similar kind of forum in coming days, and we will be having more interactive sessions with various blood organization, blood donor organization around the globe, and hopefully we'll get back to you. It's a beginning. It's just a beginning, and we are hopeful to have better sessions in coming days. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, blood brothers and sisters around the globe, for your presence and encouraging us to organize similar kind of forum in coming days. Thank you. Donate blood, save life.